Today's part of our Business Spotlight program. I'm with Beatriz Bellotto. She's the owner and CEO of Simply as Tax and based in Dublin City. So over to you, Beatriz. What is it you do and for how long have you been doing it?
Thanks, Kevin. So currently I run two businesses. Okay, I have one company that's focused on citizenship. So whenever you have a heritage, for example, grandparents or great grandparents from Portugal and Italy, I can help you out to get your European documents done. And I've been running this business for 10 years.
Wow.
And because of this business, I started simply as tax. So I was looking for an accountant to help me out with Fato, the other company, and I couldn't find a good one. So because I was studying in Ireland, I said, you know what? I'm going to be my own accountant. And then my clients from Fato start asking me to open business for them. So for the last 2 years, I've been working with Simply.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it all started with the and that's for Brazilian people coming in, is it? Or
Yeah, mostly for Brazilians, but I have some clients from Colombia, from Bolivia as well.
okay, so sort of kind of South America, yeah. Okay.
The South American.
If
Yeah,
they can find a Italian or Portuguese granny or great granny, then you can work with them. Yeah.
exactly.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, and you've been growing over that period, but what do you attribute your growth to?
I think first, my network. So I have a good network into the Brazilian community. I
Yeah,
have a niche, and I know that. And also, a member of Brazilian and Ireland Chambers of Commerce.
yeah.
This helps me a lot. And I open an Instagram just to see how it works, and
Hmm.
I could see that the digital really makes you big. So I got loads of leads from there, and I can attribute my growth to this. Okay, so it was the digital growth.
Right. So the Instagram, so you post on that and you get people come contact you with that. Fantastic. Yeah, social media is kind of the way we're all communicating now these days. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Very good. Um, if you had to start, from square one in business, what would you do differently, if anything?
Oh no, I would do loads of things differently.
Okay, what would they be?
Okay, I would say the first thing, it's not only about a business plan, but to have your process organized,
Okay.
because this is the foundation of your company.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just start. I see some clients also that they started, but they didn't have a benchmarking or a marketing research. They don't know how to pricing, and they don't have process in their companies. So I think the process and then the business plan would be what I would do differently.
Great. Okay. Okay. Um, so again, what have you, you've got some employees. What are your biggest learnings as an employer since you began a business?
Well, we need to have people that have different skills in your company. You
Okay.
cannot have like all of them the same because they must complement each other. That's
Yeah.
the my biggest learning on that. Like if
Mhm.
everyone knows something,
Yep.
that, for example, they have commercial skills, then you're missing an accounting skills. So it's good to have a mix of them.
Okay. So they can work together, hopefully in synergy type of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And I think now I build a team that's very nice because they're all different. I have someone that has a marketing background, the other lady is an accountant background, the other lady she studied for medicine and she switched to start being an accountant. So
Okay. 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 As you do.
uh, it's very interesting because they have different points of view. So
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And is it all female employees you have at this stage or
yes, we have 10 ladies working.
10? Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. I suppose the other one then, a lot of business owners have a bit of a challenge with this one is how do you balance your personal life with the demands of running a business?
Well, I would love to balance my personal life with the demands.
Right,
At the moment, it's being very complicated.
right, right. Yeah, you're still. I suppose when we're starting a business, it's kind of full on, like and
Yeah, what I would say to you is it was worse before.
okay,
So when I first kick off, I said, okay, that's it. I was working late hours and I was working Saturdays and Sundays as well. Now I just decided to adjust that because it's not healthy on the long term.
nope,
So I have my starting time. So I start around 8 and I go until 6 and 7. Of course, I do a few things over the phone,
hmm
but I don't be on the computer or at the office. And during the weekends, I really try to switch off.
good, good, okay, yeah. As you rightly say, there's only a certain period you can keep going 7 days a week. Yeah, you then burn out. It's counterproductive, really, at the end of the day. Um, okay, and so what qualities do you look for in employees? You've hired quite a number there, and how do you foster a positive and productive work environment?
Well, I think the most important thing for me in an employee is they have to have the capacity of problem solve.
Okay.
They cannot wait for me to get an answer. They have to be curious enough to go and try to find a way and come to me and say, "Oh, look, I had this problem, but I work around and I found this way of doing the job." So that's that, for me, that's the best quality I can find in an employee. And to have a positive environment, well, I usually think that I would love to work in my company. That's the first thing. So I've been a nice employer. I've been fair with them. So, for example, I work in an environment where we have an office, but we also have a virtual office because some of the employees they are not based in Ireland, and
Oh yeah.
some of them they are in Ireland, but they are, for example, in Dundalk or in Mayo.
Mhm.
So we need to be flexible. And most of the ladies that work with me, they have kids,
Yep.
so they start a little bit late and they finish a little bit late as well. But as long as the job is done for me, that's fine. So every time I talk to them and see if I could make an improvement in relation to the life balance they have, they said that they are happy with the work arrangements. So I think I've been doing something good. And also we have budget and we have some spree budget. So anytime we achieve the budget of the month, my commercial lady, she knows that she has the bonus, and she's trying to chase this, and she's motivating all the other employees as well. So it's very fun.
Okay, sorry, with the budget, yeah, they have a budget, and so she's motivating people to meet their targets. Is that it?
To
Yeah.
meet the targets, yes, yeah, and once she meets the target, she wants to go extra mile.
Great, great.
Yeah, it's very fun. So she's always trying, come on, guys, let's go, let's go. It's just one more, one more. So I
Great.
just look at her and say, listen, you are selling, they're not selling. But she's always with this positive vibe between us. It's very interesting.
Fantastic. Okay, that's great. Fantastic. So yeah, I mean, it's big debate, this virtual, working virtually and all of that. So you're doing that successfully at the in your business, yeah.
Yes. And I think this is nice also for them because one of the ladies she lives across the street at the office, but she
Yeah.
doesn't come to the office.
All
I
right.
think she came twice because she doesn't want to.
Right. Okay.
And if you're doing your job, it doesn't mean if you are on my side or if you are on the screen. If you have any queries, for example, we use a tool called Gather Town. So
Okay.
it's a kind of virtual office,
Right.
and they all have their own office spot. So
Right.
if you want to talk to someone, you can just leave and go to someone desk, and
Yeah.
talk to them, and you can see like real time. You see on the screen, you can share your screen, you see them in the camera, so it's very interesting. And you have meeting rooms in this tool, so
So I just call it Gather Town, is it? Do I get that
gather
right?
time. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah, I haven't heard of that, but it sounds interesting. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. And I suppose maybe just to round off, what are some common misconceptions about running a business and how do you address them?
Okay, so when you start a business, most people think that they're gonna have like loads of free time, they have the work-life balance, or they're gonna get all the cash for them. And I would say the first misconception and is maybe mixing up your own cash with the company.
Yeah.
So you have to have your head and say, no, this is company's money, not mine. That's the first thing.
Mm.
And the other thing is, and it's not because you are the owner, you can't leave your office and go on holidays. It's very complicated. You have to organize that. You have to know the schedule. Okay, now is, for example, I'm an accountant, so it's VAT season. I cannot go on VAT season on holidays. Either my neither my employees. So, and also like people think, oh, you have your business, oh, you're getting loads of cash. No, we are working hard for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, Beatrice, it's been a pleasure talking to you. There's some great stuff in there. I particularly like the adaptability and flexibility you have around your workforce and using international workforce as well as national around thing. I think that's been, very, very interesting for our viewers. So again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Kevin.